Hey everyone, IGTV, I am back. I took a break due to all the moving, international traveling, and I was not able to be consistent in it, so I didn't want to be here hit or miss. So now I'm here, I am back, and so is Gilligan, my puppy, and I will be here every Tuesday doing another IGTV episode on different relevant subjects that you guys have asked me about, things that I find interesting, or things that I'm learning from my clients in my private nutrition practice. So today we're going to be talking about nightshades and what the heck that even is, why you can't have them on the autoimmune protocol, and why if someone has inflammation they might be cutting these foods out. So basically, hi, this is Gilligan, my puppy. We rescued him. Anyways, so nightshades are a family of foods that consists of, this isn't all of them, but he's looking at me, tomatoes, peppers, potatoes, okra, goji berries, sorrel, gooseberries, paprika, cayenne, belladonna, vodka, and since vodka is made from potatoes. But those are some of the foods that are in the nightshade family and some of the foods that are contributing to inflammation and inflammatory conditions and autoimmune diseases. So rheumatoid arthritis, or arthritis for instance, which 49 million Americans are diagnosed with each year. They did a 20-year study on 1,200 people, and they were able to say, yep, there's a direct correlation between these nightshades and their inflammation, and that was done by the Arthritis Nightshade Research Center, or Foundation, excuse me, a very particular name. But basically, these nightshades contain a compound or a glycoalkaloid called solanine, and solanine is in potatoes, and basically it can trigger an inflammation because it is very difficult for the body to digest and is even toxic in really high amounts. So if you ever have green potatoes, don't eat them. They're really high in solanine and they could really wreck up your digestive system. So there's solanine in potatoes, there's nicotine in tobacco, there's tomatine in tomatoes, there's capsaicin in peppers, there's all these glycoalkaloids that are nutritional bandits, and they're actually inhibiting our ability to digest these particular foods, and then they're exacerbating an inflammatory response in our systems. So for me, when I cut out all inflammatory foods or nightshades, I feel a night and day difference. Literally overnight. Like, I'll wake up in the morning feeling completely different. And while I'll still have the low-grade chronic inflammation because of my rheumatoid arthritis that I'm working on, the main pain goes away. And then over a few weeks, it 100% dissipates, and that's why I'll do AIP. I did AIP for last month, and then I traveled a bunch, and it was nearly impossible to keep it up. I tried to stick as much as possible, and even though I'm not doing strict AIP now, I'm adhering to many of the protocol's guidelines because I feel so much better. So for those of you who don't know, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis when I was 16 years old. They wanted to do a hip surgery on me. I had bone spurs, bursitis, and I refused to get hip surgery. I said, that is ridiculous. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was not into natural medicine, but I just knew that that was not right. So I went to Hawaii, lived there for a little while, got rid of the bone spurs, remission for the arthritis went into remission, and now I'll have flare-ups when I get in the cold or when I eat. Tomatoes is the big one. So tomatoes are like a no-no for me, which means my favorite fruit in the world, which was chips and salsa, is just peace out. I'll have to find something else. So going back to that 49.9, so it's almost 59 million Americans that are diagnosed with rheumatoid or with arthritis each year. 249,000 of those are children. So 249,000 kids, me being one of them, people under 18 years old, are being diagnosed with arthritis. This is completely preventable, friends, completely preventable. So all you have to do is, I want you to do this right now. There's 3 things. The first thing is I want you to think about how often you eat some of those foods that I mentioned: potatoes, tomatoes, peppers, paprika, even cumin, let's see what else, okra, eggplant. Think of how often you're eating those foods and how often you could be causing an inflammatory response in your system. Then the second thing I want you to do is for the next day, so all day tomorrow, or for the rest of today, I want you to keep track of the exact foods you're eating and how you feel after you eat them. So if you have chips and salsa, I want you to write chips and salsa, and then I want you to write how you feel afterwards. Are you having acid reflux? Do you feel good? That's going to help you to understand what foods are not working for your body and what foods are. Because while nightshades might be a problem for someone, does not mean they will be a problem for everyone. Like my husband can have them, no worries, but me, no, just not worth it. And then the third thing I want you to do is to comment below and tell me comment below and tell me your favorite non-nightshade recipe is. So, or just your non-nightshade food. So that can be something that is not potatoes, not tomatoes. And if you aren't sure, comment below and say, hey, I don't actually know. Is broccoli a nightshade? Is gluten a nightshade? Ask below. I'd love to do that. But just comment your favorite recipe below, whether it is dessert, breakfast, whatever that may be, and I would love to see that, and I will recreate one of the recipes. So have an awesome, awesome day.